It's a Concacaf Under-17 World Cup qualifier. I am Antonio Aquilino. Thank you so much for joining us. Perfect evening for football, 81 degrees Fahrenheit in Trinidad and Tobago. And these two sides looking to battle it out as we take a look at Group A. In first place, surprise for many as Barbados have 6 points out of 6. Mexico sit in second. They have a game in hand, which will be played here this evening. St. Martin in third with 3 points in 2 matches played. Trinidad and Tobago in fourth. St. Martin in fifth with 0 points. Mexico, the heavy favorites in this group. Such a dominant side historically in this competition. Looking back at the history of the Under-17 FIFA World Cup, Mexico have won the title 2 times. First one in 2005, second in 2011, and they are looking to get back to that top spot. Some incredibly talented youngsters on display here this evening. St. Martin, don't count them out. They certainly have the athletes and the know-how to surprise. But will it be enough here this evening? It will promises to be a brilliant match of football just moments away. Match official Michael Conju from the Cayman Islands leading the 22 protagonists on the field. Number of changes for El Tri here this evening after their commanding 10-0 victory against St. Martin. Their opponents under head coach Marcena Cesaron looking for their second victory in the competition after they were able to defeat St. Martin 3-0 on match day 1. I'll step aside now for the playing of the 2 national anthems ahead of kickoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Mexico to be followed by the national anthem of St. Martin.
La Marseillaise ringing out across the night as we are ready for some football. Mexico, St. Martin, 3 massive points on the line as the quest for Qatar 2026 continues for these two under-17 national teams. Pre-game festivities underway, and that will give us a chance to take a look at the starting lineups, beginning with Jurgen Castañeda and Mexico. Alvejo starts in front with Orduño, Trujillo, and Eddie Lugo. In support in midfield, it's Ángel Reyes and Jonathan de la Fuente. Marcelo Avalos starts in goal with Sanchez, Valdez, Solorio, and Andre Godinez. The back four in front of the netminder. There is the man in charge with the whistle and the cards for the night from the Cayman Islands, match official Michael Conju. As the captains lock in for the coin flip, Andre Godinez for Mexico and Zanetti Malabranche for St. Martin. Those two will be going at it in this one, a defender and a forward. Can't wait to see how that matchup goes. Starting lineup for Narsena Jasaron. An aggressive looking 4-2-3-1 for the 53-year-old manager. Up front with the number 11 spearheading this attack, Wilfred Ploman. Look out for his pinpoint accurate finishing in front of goal. Rafael Gavarin, player who has a goal in this competition, starting in that right back position along the back four in front of Lindsay Benjamin. Suleiman Aubrier has 2 goals in this qualifying phase, but he starts the game on the bench. All set for kickoff. All eyes on referee Michael Akanju. Ball rolls at the Ainsley Crawford Stadium in Trinidad and Tobago. It is Mexico taking on St. Martin in this Concacaf Under-17 World Cup qualifier. I am Antonio Aquilino. Thank you so much for joining us. Two sides looking for 3 precious points as only the top team at the end of it all in each group advances on to the knockout round of the competition. And ultimately, the 4 semi-finalists all punch their tickets to the World Cup. This edition will be held in November, and it will be in Qatar. Mexico, of course, one of the powers at the under-17 level globally. They have won this competition twice in their history, and they are looking to add a third As the cross launched up into the orbit and out of play. Play will resume with a St. Martin goal kick. Getting the start in between the sticks. Lindsay Benjamin. You can expect to have a busy evening of football. Mexico, the highest scoring team so far in this competition. They have played only one game so far, but they were able to win that game by 10 goals to nil against St. Martin. An impressive performance from Jurgen Castañeda's men. 32-year-old Guadalajara native taking charge of this under-17 side, hoping to do wonders with it. As we said, the youth level in Mexican football, one of the best in the world. Big reason why they have won the under-17 World Cup twice in their history, always competing with the powers of the game. Portugal's, the Brazil's, Argentina, France, England, you name it. Mexico do not shy away when it comes to talent at the youth level. As the through ball rolls all the way out for a goal kick. St. Martin with one win in 2 games so far in qualifying. That victory coming on match day 1 when side were able to defeat St. Martin by 3 goals to nil. Match day 2, losers by slimmest of margins, 1 goal to nil against Trinidad and Tobago, as audacious strike from well outside the box, bounces out harmlessly. This the 3rd match played for St. Martin. Mexico with their 2nd. Everyone chasing first place Barbados, who have 6 points out of 6. A goal difference of 6 to boot. 7 goals scored, 1 goal allowed for Barbados. Looking impressive so far in qualifying. Still a long way to go in this process. Ball bounces forward. Chasing it down. Unable to reach it was Malabranche. Spearheading this attack for St. Martin here this evening. Certainly the underdogs on paper, but that's why we play the games. Anything can happen in football, and that is why it is the world game. If Mexico think that they can just stroll in and not give it their all here this evening and get a victory, they'll have a surprise coming. Some good intensity to start the game for El Tri. And this will be the first corner kick of the match from the near side. The All Whites under Jurgen Castañeda attacking from left to right in this opening half of play as the 32-year-old looks on. Can Mexico create an opportunity on the set piece 6 minutes in? The outswinger and the whistle goes, halting everything. The set piece will need to be retaken as Michael Akanju spotted something he did not like in the box. The training ground sequence and play getting ready for Mexico. Will it work, or will St. Martin clear away the danger? Remains just outside the box, whipped back in, bouncing dangerously in the area. And Mexico go in front. 7 minutes in, and we have our first goal of the match. Set piece taken well by El Tri. And the ball ending up in the back of the net after a number of touches. Nobody wearing red quick enough to pounce to clear away the danger. A 2-on-1 in front of Benjamin. And that is certainly some shocking defending at the back. And Adonai Valdez says, thank you very much. He is not going to score an easier goal than that here this evening. That is for certain. A dream start for Jurgen Castañeda's side. Up early, that is exactly what you want as a manager of a team that is heavily favorite on paper. Don't want to give your opponents anything to build confidence on, a belief that a possible upset can materialize, and that is exactly what Mexico were able to do. And they look to threaten once more with the set piece in the opposition's half. A lot of movement in the box once again, this time Benjamin able to come out and claim the ball in the air. Everyone looking around on the sequence that led to the opening goal of the game for St. Martin. Nobody reacting quickly enough, and Valdez was able to take advantage of that. Easy tap-in finish in front of goal with Monse Benjamin completely out of the picture. Certainly not what Marcena Cesaron had in mind heading into this game, the 53-year-old St. Martin coach. This side now will have to keep their composure and look to respond with the quality that they have available. Free kick one on the near side with Fleming hitting the deck. Eddie Lugo just extending his leg, failing to find the ball, hitting a lot of his opponents in the process. 10 minutes gone at the Ainsley Crawford Stadium. It is Mexico 1, St. Martin 0. The early goal scored by Adonai Valdez. Two players who scored hat tricks in Mexico's round one victory, both on the bench. Adan Sanchez and Alberto Cisneros. Additional weapons that head coach Castañeda has at his disposal here this evening, if the head coach chooses to use them. So far, El Tri looking very comfortable. Up a goal to nil, and getting plenty of white jerseys on the opposing half of the pitch, winning the ball back, looking for more. The tackle is a good one by Diaby. Some good footwork from the center back to regain possession and reset things at the back for St. Martin. It's been difficult to hold the ball with the relentless pressure being applied by Mexico as Marcena Cesaron looks on. So plenty of time left in this game for his side. As the ball is sent up the pitch, looking for Plumont. Final rush now, Sanchez. Godinel. Long ball forward. Right into the gloves of Benjamin. Trying something else now. The visitors, long ball forward, trying to go up and over this congested Mexican midfield. The through ball is intercepted. Back to Benjamin. Some fancy footwork in tight quarters by Plumont. Winger surrounded by white kits who dispossess him, still with it. St. Martin. It's going to be a foul whistled in midfield against Jesus Orduño. Stomp evident as Fleming goes to ground. Very high up the pitch, Fleming early on in this game, making himself available, an option for St. Martin on this left flank. The opportunity is for him and Plumont to combine. Are going to be there if Mexico choose to play men forward in this game. Will they be able to take advantage of them and find Malbranche up front? Gonzague out wide. Good switch. St. Martin getting precious moments with the ball now in the Mexican half. The arm extends. No foul, says the referee. Mexico struggling to clear the ball away. It bounces to the feet of Fleming. And it rolls out for a throw-in, last touched by Andre Godinez. Will be a Mexican throw-in. Screams coming from the Mexican bench, trying to get out. A tight situation on the near side. Possession is turned over, and the possession numbers, as expected, well in favor of Mexico. This result, they will take first place in Group A. They'll be ahead of Barbados due to goal differential. That stands now at 11 for Mexico in the group after their 10-0 victory on match day 1. Pressure being applied. St. Martin looking to play the ball out of the back. Benjamin. Plenty of touches for the goalkeeper early on. He's looking for Fleming, one in the air. St. Martin get it back for a split second as the through ball is won on the ground by Godinez. Valdez. Now for a throw-in as Solorio is making himself an option on the left flank. Sanchez and Solorio, willing runners on both sides of the pitch for Mexico. Their crosses in the box will certainly play a factor. Sanchez, his pass intercepted. Sanchez commits the foul, looking to win it back. Fleming was looking to take the free kick quickly. Didn't spot any viable options in front of him. Choosing to wait, and now St. Martin rushed at the back. Mexico throwing players forward, looking to win back possession and create all in one motion. Leaving space at the back. St. Martin looking to capitalize. Plumon dispossessed. Just trying to get past a number of players. And create wasn't able to do so. Sanchez. Godinez over to Valdez. Everyone back in their own half for St. Martin as Mexico hold possession. Long ball along the flank. Cross comes in first time. Failing to clear away the defense. Fleming sticking his boots in the way of Eni Lugo and clearing it out for a throw-in. Mexico threatening once again. Eni Lugo trying to find some space in the box. Very creative winger. Starts his runs on the right. Loves running at defenders. Always have to be aware of his movement when you are playing this Under-17 Mexico side. Godinez out wide. Sanchez's through ball out of the reach of Eni Lugo with Fleming back defending. That matchup certainly one to watch in this encounter. Two players with a lot of personality and lots of quality. We'll see if Fleming will be able to advance his position and force Lugo in helping out defensively, as Eliud Sanchez is the man slotted in the right back position for Mexico. With Plumon also active on the flank. Eni Lugo's marking will be needed for Mexico if Fleming chooses to make those darting runs forward. Yildirim finds Tiabi. 20 minutes gone at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. Mexico leads St. Martin by single goal to nil, with Adonai Valdez hitting the back of the net in the 7th minute of play. Throw in favor of St. Martin with Gavarin making the run. Numbers forward now for St. Martin. Can they get a ball in the box? Chance doesn't materialize. As the ball rolls out, Mexico will get things started once more. Ball on the ground, the staple for El Tri. Always look to play out of the back, use the quality that they possess. Certainly easier to do so when going up against the side, which chooses to fall back defensively. St. Martin choosing to do exactly that at this stage of the match. Solorio plays it back. It's a poor giveaway by Valdez. Room in midfield, the beautiful nutmeg. 3 white jerseys surrounding the ball, and it is given away. A solo run in midfield by Nancy Gonzaga. Can hear all the instructions coming from the touchline from both managers. Ball given away. Mexico looking to create. Cross in, the settle, the strike by Lugo. Overhead kick. It stays in the area, and a slow roller. Stopped by Benjamin. Certainly a good opportunity for Mexico to get a second. Jesus Orduño unable to capitalize, and now the whistle goes. Referee will get things starting with a drop ball in front of Lindsay Benjamin. Diaby. Gavarin. Back to Sidia Diaby. Gonzaga. Diaby. Yildirim drops back. Benjamin. First time ball over to Yildirim, the midfielder. Trying to aid in the build-up along the back line. Poor first touch by Fleming. Gives possession away on the near side. The two-time Under-17 World Cup champions Mexico. Up 1-0 against St. Martin. Looking to increase their advantage. Crossing the box. Met in the air by Orduño. His second attempt in a couple of minutes. The winger unable to find the target. Lowest, Diaby. Mexican bench screaming for Orduño to press high. Mexico turned it over. St. Martin will be able to get back in possession. Something that Mexico certainly do not have a problem with when this high press is able to win the ball back so easily. Another chance brewing. Looking for room to get a shot off Trujillo. Fleming picks his pocket. Crossfield ball from the left back, failing to find its intended target as Bertol trailing the play. The ease with which Mexico have been able to win back possession with the high press against St. Martin in this opening half has certainly been telling. When it comes to looking at the difference in quality from the two sides, St. Martin have a choice when building out of the back. Either send it up and over Mexico's midfield, or trade the ball out of the back and risk losing it. Both options favoring Mexico. This is when St. Martin have to be able to leave their mark when they win back possession in midfield. And Mexico are off balance. So quick at storming the ball and winning it back. El Tri, when they do lose it, but the moments when they fail to win it back immediately, St. Martin have to put together the passes to create chances up the pitch and give their forwards chances to ask questions of Marcelo Avalos in goal. Mexican goalkeeper has been a spectator so far. As we look at some of the stats, those 2 zeros under St. Martin are pretty telling, and they go hand in hand on what we just spoke about. Crowded midfield, making it difficult for Guibé to find the solution as the throw-in goes Mexico's way. Valdez. Sanchez. First time ball. De La Fuente leading this Mexican midfield so far in this opening half. De La Fuente not advancing his possession, just dropping back, helping out defensively, keeping his side high up the pitch, making it difficult for St. Martin to build. Eliud Sanchez. El Branche isolated up front. Sanchez takes a quick look at the box. Lugo don't have much time to control that ball before he had an opponent on his tail. Throw in for the heavyweights of Concacaf football. Sanchez to take. Whistle goes. The foul is called against Angelo Fleming. And that will be the first caution of the match. 31 minutes in. And Michael Nkanju goes to his booklet for the first time. Caution in the direction of the St. Martin left back. Sanchez down in a heap of pain. It's been active on both sides of the pitch so far. Fleming, that time a bit too aggressive, trying to anticipate Sanchez and win the ball back in tight quarters right in front of the St. Martin bench. Hopefully this is nothing serious for Eliud Sanchez. As we take another look at the goal, the initial cross was cleared away well by St. Martin, but the subsequent ball in, that slight touch, throwing everyone off for St. Martin, and it was Valdez who was in the middle of it all. An excellent sequence from the center back. As we said earlier, he's not going to score many easier goals than that throughout his career. Some unselfish play in the box as well, which led to the goal. Just goes to show how united and compact this Mexican side is. No prima donnas, everyone unselfishly looking for teammates in better positions. Pass up a good shot to get a great shot. That is what makes football easy and beautiful to watch. After the lengthy break, we're set to resume action. De Lugo, left boot, standing over the ball. In swinging delivery, long, out of the reach of everyone in white. Benjamin makes easy claim. Good ball up the pitch, and Avalos had to be quick out of his 6 to clear it away. First involvement for Mexican goalkeeper here this evening. Marcelo Avalos making the important clearance as an opportunity was developing off the quick ball forward for St. Martin. There's the only man booked in the match so far, Angelo Fleming. A little over 10 minutes left in what has been a good opening half of football. St. Martin holding their own defensively against an ultra-talented Mexico squad. Avalos gets a touch. Mexico more than happy to hold possession and allow St. Martin to send players up the pitch, which opens up space in the opposition's half. Becomes difficult when everyone is amassed back and spaces are at a premium. Benjamin. Fleming. Trying to run at his man, not the best decision in that area of the pitch. Subsequent shot taken by Calvillo, right down Broadway and into the gloves of Benjamin. First involvement of the evening for the Mexican center forward Carlos Calvillo. Hasn't had much to say so far. Mexican chances certainly haven't been flying towards Benjamin's goal. That must be said. Defensively, St. Martin have done a very good job at making things difficult for the opposition. How long can that last is the question. Wave after wave of attacks. Possession won quickly in midfield, as has been the case throughout this first half. Here's Sanchez. Good to see him back up to his feet after previous challenge. Valdez out wide. Solorio. Back to Valdez. Referee getting in the way, making things difficult for Mexico. Trujillo not too happy with it. Valdez. Tracking back. Gibbs. Now the ball forward. An interesting one. Off his line comes Avalos once again. Another important clearance from the Mexican goalkeeper. These long balls out of the back. Asking questions of Marcelo Avalos and his sprinting ability to get over and kick them out of the way of danger. So far, he's been able to do it successfully as Fleming loses possession. Mexico on the counter, and that is an important clearance. Lowest had to be accurate. As Fleming losing the ball. Put everyone in a defensive struggle there. One-on-one defending by Tijani Lowest. Very well worked from the teenager. Sanchez, back to Gonines, and Eliud Sanchez. Delicate chip forward, cross into the box, the header, and the ball ends up in the back of the net. Some shocking goalkeeping from Lindsay Benjamin. The goalkeeper was hoping to intercept that ball over the top and completely lost any sort of positioning, and that left a wide open goal for Mexico to just head the ball in the back of the net. That is absolutely terrible goalkeeping from Benjamin, and another easy goal for Mexico. Luis Trujillo takes advantage and just deposits the ball in the back of the net. A back-breaking sequence for St. Martin, just minutes from the halftime break. And this completely changes the picture of the match. One goal deficit at the break would have been a reason for optimism for St. Martin and head coach Marcena Jazaron. 2-goal deficit creates an entirely different scenario. Now behind the 8-ball, St. Martin playing against technically superior opposition. You cannot afford to give away easy goals, and that is exactly what Lindsay Benjamin did. The netminder caught in two minds there, thinking he could have intercepted the through ball over the top, but he was nowhere near it. Andy Lugo looks on, also wanting to get his name on the score sheet. Luis Trujillo, after scoring 2 goals off the bench on match day 1 against St. Martin, finds the back of the net once again. His 3rd goal in this Concacaf Under-17 World Cup qualifiers. Godinez. Mexico now can manage possession and pick and choose when to advance players forward. The onus is all on St. Martin now. 2 goals back. Valdez. Center backs for Mexico getting plenty of touches in this game. Valdez, the author of the game's opening goal, 7 minutes in. Can hear the directions from the bench, reminding the players that Mexico are indeed up. Castañeda very vocal with his men. It's what he wanted to avoid, giving up possession. Last touched by Yildirim. Godinez, Valdez. As there will be a single minute of first half stoppage time to be played. We'll go until at least the 46 minutes at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. Mexico up 2-0 on St. Martin. Ball's cleared away. Mexico able to win it back for a split second before the danger is cleared away. It's going to be a foul whistled against El Tri. There is a half-time whistle from referee Michael Akanju. Mexico up 2-0 against Saint Martin. Adonai Valdez and Luis Trujillo getting the goals for El Tri. They are 45 minutes away from consolidating the top spot in Group A. Stay with us. We'll show you the best from the opening 45 minutes. Just a matter of moments.
As Scotiabank, we are proud to continue supporting the growth of football across the region with Concacaf, working to level the playing field for thousands of kids in the Americas. Visit scotiabank.com/FC and learn more. #everyone on the field. Moncton is the official match ball of the 2026 Concacaf Under-17 qualifiers. Elevate your game with the Vitality of 5000, engineered for ultimate precision and control. Get ready to play fierce. Saudi Welcome to Arabia is proud to sponsor the 2026 Concacaf Under-17 qualifiers, celebrating the energy and diversity of football in America, Central America, and the Caribbean. This partnership reflects Saudi's belief in football as a global force for connection, cultural exchange, and shared progress. Welcome to Arabia, where football brings the world closer and every journey leads to the heart of Arabia. PIF is proud to partner with the 2026 Concacaf Under-17 qualifiers, driving opportunity, inclusivity, and innovation in football across North America, Central America, and the Caribbean. Together, we're building a better future for the game through youth development, sustainability, technology. This is football, invested in better. And Riyadh Air is proud to be the official airline of the 2026 Concacaf Under-17 qualifiers. The partnership brings together two ambitious, like-minded organizations who share a commitment to excellence, whether in the skies or on the pitch.
Mexico up 2-0 after 45 minutes of action at the Paisley Crawford Stadium. As we take a look at the best moments from this opening half of play. And 3 with a 100% record, 1 win out of 1 in the competition so far, winning their first game by 10-0. And they were able to get things going quickly. 7 minutes in, it will be Adonai Valdez taking advantage of the easy finish right on the doorstep. And Afuente with the unselfish assist. And the center back was involved in the build-up, able able to capitalize, positing the ball in the back of the net. Was a one-way traffic in the opening half of play, and the Lugo involved plenty for Mexico as N3 winning the ball back quickly and creating chances. Quick turn with the block clearing away the danger, and the slow roller harmlessly into the gloves of Benjamin. An opportunity for Jesus Orduño, and the opportunities would continue to come for Mexico, looking for the second goal. Once again, it's Orduño found in the box, that time unable to find the target, the left winger. Another turnover at the back and strike right down Broadway by Calvillo, easily saved for Benjamin, who then makes a terrible judgment call. The through ball over the top. The goalkeeper thinks he can reach it. Calvillo has other ideas. The intelligent ball in the box finds Trujillo. All he has to do is get it on frame. Mexico find themselves 2 goals up at halftime in what has been a commanding performance. Let's take a look at the first half stats. 0 shots, 0 attempts on frame for St. Martin in that opening half of play. Mexico able to get 2 goals on the board out of 4 shots on target. Just 1 yellow card in the opening half. That handed out to Angelo Fleming in what has been a fair play festival in Trinidad and Tobago so far. Do not go anywhere. Second half is coming up next.
About ready to go. There is the whistle. It's all the way through, and there's the finish. We are underway. Concacaf Under-17 qualifiers. About ready to go. There is the whistle. It's all the way through, and there's the finish. We are underway. Concacaf Under-17 qualifiers. Just about ready to go. There is the whistle. It's all the way through, and there's the finish. We are underway. Concacaf Under-17 qualifiers. Just about ready to go. There is the whistle. It's all the way through, and there's the finish. We are underway. Concacaf Under-17 qualifiers. Just about ready to go. There is the whistle. It's all the way through, and there's the finish. We are underway. Concacaf Under-17 qualifiers. Just about ready to go. There is the whistle. It's all the way through, and there's the finish. We are underway. Concacaf Under-17 qualifiers.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution for Mexico at the start of the second half.
Welcome back to the Aisley Crawford Stadium, where we are just moments away from the start of the second half. One change to note for Mexico as Dylan Martinez comes on. And the defender will be taking the place of the departing captain Andre Godinez. So the new captain for L3 is Angel Reyes as the ball rolls for the start of the second half. Thank you so much for joining us. It is Mexico, St. Martin in this Concacaf Under-17 World Cup qualifier. Mexico up 2 goals to the good. With goals scored by Adonai Valdez and Luis Trujillo. Just 3 minutes before the first half ended. There's the confirmation of the change as Mexico threaten once again. The shot from distance palmed out by Benjamin, who certainly did not look too confident there. Netminder with a glaring mistake that gave up the second goal. And here, able to do what he can to get the ball out of play, threatening Andy Lugo, who has been very active here this evening. The set piece whiffed, and the strike up and over the bar. Shaky moments back from the halftime break for St. Martin defensively. Mexico unable to capitalize. Long ball forward, opportunity brewing. Shot from distance, deflected out. It will be another corner kick for El Tri. Luis Trujillo is looking for glory. And he'll go over, take for a side corner as St. Martin under siege. Crowded 6 around Lindsay Benjamin and Mikhail Kanju. He's going to go over and remind everyone that he's keeping a close eye on the situation. Luis Trujillo with the in-swinger. And it ends up in the top netting. Over the head of Benjamin. Was going for goal that time. Luis Trujillo testing the netminder after what has been a shaky performance. No changes after halftime for St. Martin. Head coach Marcena Cesaron keeping the same 11 on the pitch. 53-year-old with a lot of experience. Prepared this game well. As once more the long ball is collected by Avalos. St. Martin just shooting themselves in the foot with mistakes at the back. First goal saw everyone freeze when the ball was played back into the box by Valdez, who would then go on and score the easy tap in. And the second goal was a glaring judgment mistake by Lindsay Benjamin. Easy finishes in front of goal for Mexico, and they will take that. They are already a goal-scoring machine. Certainly do not want to gift opportunities. These players have the technical ability to finish everything and every opportunity that they come in contact with in front of goal. Through ball down the line. The offside flag stays down. St. Martin look to play the ball out, and whistle bails out the All Reds. As, looking to intercept in midfield was Luis Trujillo, very active to start the second half. Pinball action in midfield. Avalos boots it away from danger. And in the St. Martin half, it's going to be a foul on Trujillo. Yildirim. This long ball intercepted. Mexico back in possession. Here's the substitute, Martinez. Valdez. His long ball intercepted as he was looking for Solerio. Easily dispossessed. Gibbs. Lugo has the green light to go at his man every single time. Cross too long for everyone, and into the gloves of Benjamin. Possession at a premium to start this opening half for St. Martin. Gary Lugo trying to dictate the give and go. Look how quickly Mexico are able to close down the space. Make it almost impossible for St. Martin to generate counter-attacking opportunities. Those 50-50 balls have been won by St. Martin in midfield, but it's the subsequent pass which hasn't been clean enough to get Marcena Gesaron's men on their way. And that's because Mexico have made it extremely difficult. Oh, good ball forward, the chance! And a Lugo thought he had a one-on-one opportunity to test Benjamin. The last second challenge, clearing the ball out for a corner. Lewis very alert at the back, getting his body in the way to clear the danger away. Once again, it will be Luis Trujillo to take, the author of the second goal of the match. And look at all of the traffic in front of Benjamin, making it difficult for the goalkeeper. It's a touch on that ball, struggling to clear it away. St. Martin. Turn from outside the box. Easily saved, but Benjamin gives it right back. Mexico unable to do much with it. That's the last thing you need from your goalkeeper after you have just finished defending a dangerous situation. Quick turnover, forcing everyone to scramble back in position. Benjamin will need to do a better job at reading the situation. And his teammates try to put him in better positions, because that certainly wasn't a good sequence for him. Yildirim dispossesses Lugo. Quick challenge in midfield by Trujillo, wins back possession for Mexico. Lugo over the top, deflection from Lois. Benjamin, long ball forward, right in the path of Valdez, who surges forward with confidence. Change getting ready to be made for St. Martin. Rodriguez will be coming on with the number 17 as Benjamin makes a save from point blank range, but the whistle had already gone. Offside is the call. So the chance goes begging. Getting Lugo involved once again, and this break and play will allow St. Martin to make their first change of the match. Coming off with the number 6 is Maxine Gibbs. Baptista Rodriguez will come on with the 17, an attacking player on try and support. Mel Branche has been extremely isolated up front here this evening, looking for some creativity and some pace. Head coach Marcena Genazon. Here you can see the position of Rodriguez. Will play right in behind Malbranche. The defensive work that he's going to have to put in will also be required by the head coach, as Mexico have been commanding and bossing possession around in this second half. It was much tighter in the opening half, with St. Martin in possession for some good periods of time, but Mexico have come out with different energy in this second half, and they are looking to create chances. They might here, but turnaround shots up and over the bar. There is Ana Reyes, very high up the pitch, the midfielder, with Mexico trying to win the ball back quickly. Certainly are a team that turns it on in the second half. Mexico, in their first win in the competition, they went into the halftime break up 3-0 and scored 7 in the second half to complete a 10-0 victory. Through ball in space, out comes Benjamin, cleared away. Flag stayed down. That was an opportunity that Benjamin did well. It's clear. Fourth official handing the ball over to Gavelin. I haven't said his name much. He has 1 goal in this competition. Hasn't been able to leave his mark tonight, as another through ball in space forces Lindsay Benjamin out of his 6. That has been a very useful ball, and one that St. Martin have been struggling to deal with. A vertical pass right down the middle. Darting runs made by the Mexican midfielders. Not getting picked up. We'll see if that changes as this second stanza progresses. We are in the 15th minute of the second half. It's Mexico 2, St. Martin 0 from the Easley Crawford Stadium in Trinidad and Tobago. Good defending. Cavarin going to ground and winning the ball cleanly. Martinez. Over to Valdez. Possession numbers well in favor of Mexico. Still no shot on target for St. Martin, as there'll be another set piece to defend for Lindsay Benjamin and his squad. Another change made 61 minutes in. That will be it for Wilfred Plumont. Coming on with the number 20, Kile Enzo.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution for St. Martin. Entering the game, number 20, Gilles Enzo. Leaving the game, number 11,
Near post,
Plumont.
ball cleared away.
St. Martin in the 62nd minute.
As Melbranche fighting to get any sort of meaningful touch on the ball. As it bounces out, it's been that type of evening for him. Very few opportunities, always chasing. Will that change for St. Martin? Or will Mexico ultimately build on this lead? Yildirim wins a free kick in the Mexican half. Yildirim. Lewis making himself an option. Passing lane was open down the middle. Too much power behind that ball, and Mexico are in once again. Going for glory instead of finding a teammate that time on the fast break. That was not the right decision from Jesus Orduño. He's had his opportunities in this game, 3 attempts for him. Just unable to leave his mark. Yildirim as well to make the ball disappear with pressure applied in midfield by the on-rushing pressure of Calvillo. Long ball up the pitch. One in the air, not once but twice. A heavy touch and Mexico could be in. St. Martin out of position, and the chance opens up. Mexico, can they get their third? They can. A brilliant finish in front of goal. Carlos Calvillo makes no mistake. A poor pass out of the back from Diaby. And Mexico able to capitalize. Calvillo lucky to win that 50-50 ball with Yildirim. And then finds just enough room to get the shot on frame from point blank range. There was nothing Benjamin could have done that time. 65 minutes in. It is Mexico 3, St. Martin 0. Offside flag is up on the far side. It's been running non-stop throughout the game. Carlos Calveño
Ladies and gentlemen,
is rewarded with a goal.
65th minute was
Third
scored
of
by
the game,
number
which
14, Carlos Calvillo.
puts the results and the points on ice for Mexico. It's going to be very difficult envisioning a way in which St. Martin can play themselves back into this game. 0 shots on frame here today. As we take a look at the box score and the 3 different goal scorers for Mexico. Came over to Trinidad and Tobago to play this quote-unquote home game. And they have taken care of business. Interesting ball with the outside of the foot, not taking any chances that time, Dylan Martinez. Crossing the box. Gavarin cleared away. Numbers forward now for St. Martin. Flick finds no one there. Enzo trying to use his creativity to find a way through this Mexican back line. Martinez back to Avalos. Valdez. A lot of room in midfield as 2 more changes get ready to be made by Mexico. 3 points in hand. Head coach Jürgen Castañeda goes to his bench. Off with the number 6, De La Fuente. Coming on, Alberto Cisneros.
Entering the game, number 7, Noé Mota. Leaving the game, number 16, Luis Trujillo.
Also coming on, Noé Mota. He'll take the place of Trujillo.
Entering the game, number 10, Alberto Cisneros. Leaving the game, number 6, Jonathan De La Fuente.
Alberto Cisneros, author of a hat-trick in Mexico's 10-0 victory against St. Martin. What can he do in these final 22 minutes here? Certainly isn't lacking for options on the bench, Jürgen Castañeda. Ball played into the area, the shot taken. Benjamin with the save, the rebound falling kindly to Cisneros. What an opportunity for the newly subbed in number 10. Just completely mishits. The offside flag was up nonetheless. Would have been all in vain as offside position was spotted by the referee's linesman. 70 minutes gone at the Hazley Crawford Stadium in Trinidad and Tobago. It is Mexico 3, St. Martin 0. Mexico looking to build on that lead. Cisneros looking to get a cross in. Some good defensive work, making that difficult, putting his body in the way with the lunging clearance attempt was Rafael Gavarin. Cisneros to take on the near side, but the whistle had already gone. Michael Kanju spotting something doesn't like inside of the 6. See so many teams in world football now use the same sort of technique surrounding the opposition's goalkeeper to make it difficult for him to make a play on the ball. Arsenal, a side that thrives in doing just that in the English Premier League and the Champions League. Side with the most corner kick goals in the entire league. Didn't work for Mexico that time. Three points secured. It's going to be a good opportunity for Jürgen Castagena to take a look at some of the players who have played less minutes for his squad. He's already gone to his bench with 3 changes, bringing in Martinez, Cisneros, and Nota. Expect the last 2 subs to take place shortly, just to get a quick and competitive look at everyone. And that includes the goalkeeper, because definitely looked like backup goalkeeper Jose Corona was up and ready to go. Well, that is certainly going to be a change to note. Curious if it's just to give the backup goalkeeper some minutes, or if there's something wrong with Marcelo Avalos. It's going to be a yellow card, second of the match. This one will be for the author of the game's opening goal, Donai Valdez. Becomes the second player booked in the match after Angelo Fleming. And here is confirmation of the change. Mexico will bring off Marcelo Avalos and in with number 21 backup goalkeeper Jose Corona.
Entering the game, in goal number 21 Jose Corona. He replaces number 12 Marcelo Avalos.
Certainly something that you do not see every day at this level. Usually goalkeepers are subbed off in friendlies or due to injuries or red cards. As St. Martin just inches away from having their best chance of the match. The cross directly out of play, almost an opportunity there for the visitors to strike. And Jose Corona would have been involved right away. It's had time to warm up. This was certainly a substitution that was ready and in the holster. And spoken about by head coach Jürgen Castagena. His 4th change of the match as another player picks up the yellow card, Arda Yildirim. From behind, could have been dangerous, not going down, and correctly anticipating the decision from referee Michael Kanju. Martinez Out wide. Sanchez, his through ball. Numbers forward for Mexico. Moving the ball horizontally, looking for the shooting pocket to open up. The cross too close to Lindsay Benjamin, who is able to make the claim. A little under 15 minutes to go. And what has been a wire-to-wire victory for Mexico. Poor turnover at the back. Look out, Mexico could be in for a fourth, and Cisneros loses his balance just as he was about to get a shot off. So good from Cisneros, strong to ride that challenge, and the technique to get away from Benjamin, and then just lost his footing. St. Martin looking to create on the other end. The challenge is flying in now. Mexico looking to preserve this clean sheet. Won their opening game by 10 goals to nil. Hasn't been as easy here tonight. But the quality ultimately coming through for a side that has won this competition twice in its history. Mexico, two-time Under-17 World Cup champions in 2005 and in 2011. Side, the nation that has won this competition the most, Nigeria, won it 5 times in their history. Last time dating back to 2015. They were also runner-up 3-time in the competition. Brazil have won this trophy 4 times, most recently in 2019, and Ghana and Mexico tied with 2 Under-17 World Cup titles apiece. Germany, France, Portugal, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Switzerland, and England all tied with 1 victory each. Castañeda still barking out instructions in the 79th minute with his side up 3 goals to nil. Different look on this set piece. Ball played on the ground and now crossed. St. Martin able to clear it away momentarily. That's been the script in this second half. Mexico have raised their intensity, made things extremely difficult for St. Martin in possession. There's another change, the 4th of the game for Mexico. It's getting ready to come in. With the number 17, Gerson Gutierrez. As the offside flag goes up on Calvillo. There is Gutierrez, and he will come on for the man who opened scoring here tonight with the easy tap-in finish in front of goal, Adonai Valdez. A complete performance from the center back, leading this back 4 in front of Marcelo Avalos and Jose Corona.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution for Mexico in the 80th minute. Entering the game, number 17, Gerson Gutierrez. Leaving the game, number 5.
Confirmation of the change ringing out across the ground.
Substitution, Mexico.
it's all about managing the game, bringing it home with a clean sheet or with more goals on the board. Here you can see the change in formation. Solorio moving to a center back position alongside Dylan Martinez. And Gutierrez manning the flank. Just trying players in different positions. Jurgen Castañeda with 3 points already secured. This can be useful in situations of emergency further down the road when an injury or a red card forces Mexico to go to their bench. Having versatile players like Solorio, very important for his side to be competitive on all fronts, and that is exactly what this Mexico Under-17 squad hopes to do with this team in the 2026 Under-17 FIFA World Cup, which will take place in Qatar in November. So a long way to go. All 4 semi-finalists in this competition secure their spots in the big dance. Mexico certainly the heavy favorites to come out of this Group A. Currently tied with points in the table with surprise package Barbados. The goal differential very different when looking at the two sides. Mexico with goal differential of 13. Barbados with goal differential of 7. That is the #1 tiebreaker. And looking at these tables. Free kick whistled in favor of El Tri, as has been common throughout the game. Eddie Lugo, one of the options standing over the ball. Cisneros joining him with the right-footed option from the far side. Looping ball in. Headed away and struck on the bounce. No worries there for Jose Benjamin. It's had a difficult night at fault for Mexico's second goal of the game. Misreading the through ball in the box, leaving his post and his position overall, leaving the entirety of the goal at the mercy of Luis Trujillo, who did not need a second invitation to take advantage and double Mexico's lead just before the halftime break. Throw in for Mexico. These last 5.5 minutes, just a formality now. A 3-goal lead appears insurmountable for Saint Martin, who will suffer their second defeat in 3 games in this Group A. After defeating Saint Martin by 3-0 on match day 1, lost 1-0 to Trinidad and Tobago, and now they will suffer defeat once more at the hands of Mexico. Just the top spot advances on to the knockout stage phase of the competition. This result, a back-breaking one for St. Martin, will now have 3 points after 3 matches played. Mexico will sit first with 6, and they'll be ahead of Barbados on a goal differential. As this header off target is palmed out by Benjamin for another corner kick. That's certainly not very good awareness from the netminder. Could have let that ball bounce harmlessly out for a goal kick, and now another chance for Mexico. Powerful strike, looking for the top corner. Sails wide. The points in the bag. Why not? Try to score those highlight reel goals. At least give it a chance. Martinez. Long ball forward from Dylan Martinez. Physical defending from Garvin. Wins the ball back. It's going to be a foul whistle against the Yildirim. And you can hear St. Martin bench just blare out in protest. Extended left arm from the midfielder, catching Reyes on the way down. Looking ahead at what is to come for this under-17 Mexican side. They will take on Barbados on February 9th at this very ground at Port of Spain. That is going to be a game to decide which team will sit first in the group. Mexico will then be playing against Trinidad and Tobago on February 12th. As the through ball in space finds its intended targets, Gutierrez denied. Mexico's 4th goal by a very difficult stop made by Lindsay Benjamin. The goalkeeper making himself big, unable to deflect the ball out of play with his left boot. Still 3-goal deficit, Mexico. The corner kick over the head of everyone, played back in the danger zone. And there is the 4th goal that Mexico were looking for. Well deserved and well taken by Eliud Sanchez. The right back signs his name on the score sheet after Valdez, Trujillo and Calvillo. The glancing header beating Diaby to the ball. What a performance from Mexico. They get their 4th of the match. And if you are Jurgen Castañeda, you can be extremely satisfied with this performance. No injuries, no goals conceded, 4 goals scored. 2 in the first half, 2 in the second, and 3 points in the bag as shot for Malbranche is stopped by Corona. First attempt on frame of the game for Zanetti Malbranche. Most dangerous player going forward for St. Martin, held in check by this Mexican back line. Rodriguez brought down and fouled.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official on the sideline indicated that at least 3 minutes will be added to the second half.
90 seconds left. 90 more seconds for St. Martin to try and create a goal-scoring opportunity and spoil the clean sheet for Mexico. Advantage play. Signals the referee. And now the frustration coming out. Diaby kicking the ball away. Call not going his way. Right in front of the referee. That's always going to warrant a yellow card. Final stages of the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, a yellow card has been issued to St. Martin's number 4.
There is the full-time whistle. Referee Michael Conju signals the end of the game. Mexico with a commanding 4-0 victory. Claim all 3 points as they defeat St. Martin. 2 goals in the first half, 2 goals in the second are all that Jürgen Castañeda's side needed, and that is what they got. No injuries and a clean sheet to boot. Mexico move top of Group A.
We at Concacaf appreciate your attendance at tonight's Concacaf Under-17 qualifying match and wish you a safe journey home. We invite you to join us again on Monday when St. Martin face Trinidad and Tobago at 4 p.m. and Barbados face Mexico at 7 p.m. Thank you very much for your attendance here this evening. On behalf of the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association and Concacaf, I am very leaving the capable hands of DJ Lexus Superior. Please get him seated. Thank you.
Mexico with a complete performance, securing all 3 points with a 4-0 victory against St. Martin at the Asley Crawford Stadium in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's take a look at the best moments from the match. Ready, set, go, and it was one-way traffic with Mexico peppering the box with dangerous bouncing balls in, and St. Martin failing to clear this one away. Anthony Valdez says thank you very much as he deposits the ball in the back of the net for the opening goal of the game. Shocking goalkeeping just 2 minutes before the halftime break. Benjamin ventures out of his 6, leaving the back of the net completely unguarded, and it would be an easy goal for Luis Trujillo. A headed game, not one of his strengths, but that time all he had to do was get the ball on frame, and that's exactly what the midfielder was able to do. Second half began with a shot saved by Benjamin. Mexico coming out with a lot more purpose in the second 45 minutes, controlling possession, not allowing St. Martin to get any sort of momentum going forward. Orduño has been trying his luck throughout the game. He failed to get on the score sheet. Somebody who didn't fail was Carlos Calvillo. He's able to win the 50-50 and then beat Benjamin for Mexico's 3rd goal of the match. 3 points already in the bag. Mexico making wholesale changes, including taking out their starting goalkeeper, and they were close to getting a 4th on numerous occasions, as Cisneros, who has 3 goals in this competition, came in off the bench hungry for goals, just losing his balance when all he had to do was get a shot on goal after dribbling the goalkeeper. The 4th would arrive, and it would be a beauty. A glancing header from Eliud Sanchez, and that would be curtains for St. Martin. A look at the full-time stats as Mexico moved top of Group A with this victory. 13 shots on frame. Compare that to just a single shot on target for St. Martin. That one from Melbranche with 5 minutes left in the game. A complete and dominating performance for El Tri. Here's a live look at the table, and Mexico will be playing against the Barbados next time out, to make sure that you do not miss that battle for first place in Group A. Thank you so much for watching this presentation of the Concacaf Under-17 World Cup Qualifiers. I'm Antonio Aquilino. Arrivederci.